discussion. Can't you see them dad boys are casting? Testing competition on their podcast mission. Never know what you get. It's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out. The dad pack are here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing till the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
The kids to bed, the dads are home. We are the dWo podcast, representing the dad world order, where the jokes are bad, the advice is questionable, but the love is all real. I am the pretty face papa, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin, and with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Maffey.
Can you hear me, baby?
Yeah. And he is the perpetual mid-carder and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas.
Boys, we're on day 1,446 of my world record-setting streak, and I'm rocking one of my all-time favorite Eddie Guerrero shirts, thanks to Pro Wrestling Tees.
Viva la raza.
Yes,
I love that. Love that for you, dude. Well, I don't know about you, Steve, but it sounds like me and Mr. Magnificent got a case of the sniffles, or at least I do.
Yeah,
It might sound a little gravelly too.
Yeah.
But it's that time of year, is what it is. But you know what else? What other time it is? It's time for the 3rd annual Daddy Awards, baby.
Woo!
Let's go.
Yeah!
We're back at it.
That's right. Guys,
I'll tell you what, we were talking about it the other night. I feel like I haven't watched as much wrestling this year as I would have liked. So there were some things on this that I was voting for that I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I think it was just a big year of transition for me and my family. So hopefully in the new year, we can get back in the swing of it.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, though, man, when you just said it yourself, 3rd annual Daddy Awards? What? We've been doing this for a minute, boys.
Yeah.
We have legitimate fans. We have people that look forward to our shows. We have people that buy our merch often. We're recognized. Our stickers are across the United States of America. And the people that are starting to say yes to this podcast are becoming even more impressive. And the future looks bright, boys.
Absolutely, it does.
I look forward to the conversations.
Yeah. I will say to anyone that's watching tonight, this is our last episode for the year. You will not see us again until January, I believe. Let me double check the date so I don't tell you guys wrong. Until January 13th, where we will be back with Chef Daddy, who it was a guest, or not a guest, I'm sorry, a contestant on season 24 of Hell's Kitchen, which just aired not too recent ago. So if you're a fan of Chef Daddy, which we are, obviously, come check us out January 13th. But until then, make sure you check out this episode here. And speaking of which, let's show these people what the daddies are about. And let's start with an award. What do you guys say?
Yeah? Absolutely. Also, I just wanted to shout out the man that got us that connection for Chef Daddy. What up, Mr. Denny?
Hey, what's up, Justin?
Also, our boy Dan Lovins. What is up?
Mr. Dan?
Phil's in the building.
Oh, Phil, how the hell are you?
Look forward to seeing you on Thursday, bud.
Phil, I gotta tell you, man, my in-laws, they got us a room for Great Wolf Lodge with the family, so I won't be there. And I wasn't super butthurt about it until I saw the announcement of All Four Rascals versus Alpha Sig. And I am so fucking mad that I'm not going to be there. Like, Eric, you better fucking take cool clips. You better be fucking there.
I'm so excited.
I'm so sad that I'm not going to be there. I
saw that and I was just like, oh.
I'm going to be at Great Wolf Lodge in the fucking like lazy river holding my phone, watching Revolver
right?
on Fight TV.
Yeah, I can't do it and get up at 5 a.m. and do it the next day. So
Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna stay for the whole show because I too have to do that. I'll be working OT on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend.
big money.
Well,
Also, shout out here, guys, for hometown lawyer, former guest of the show. You
What's
have
up,
what's up,
brother?
Big Doe?
buddy. Yeah, our buddy Dart as well.
What's
And
up?
Sif, what's up, everybody?
Oh, what's up, Joe?
Let's get into this first award of the year. We just give these awards wrestling themed awards, and it's also our show awards as well. We give out some stuff for that as well. But the first award is for the gimmick of the year, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a character per se, because some of these people are just being themselves turned up to 11. But with that being said, we've got El Grande Americano, Dirty Dom Mysterio, Joe Hendry, Uncle Howdy, specifically of the Wyatt Six, the CEO, Mercedes Monet, and Mr. Iguana. Let's talk a little bit about these guys.
I'll tell you what, I obviously a big one that jumps out is Mr. Iguana, but for me that was such a one-off, which I don't really understand how WWE didn't capitalize on that more and like have him on NXT or I don't know. Maybe he wants to just wrestle in Mexico. I don't know.
I mean, he's been on a few episodes, but it definitely should have been more.
So there was that. I'll tell you one that probably a lot of people don't like, but you can't deny it is the CEO, Mercedes. Just with the amount of belts that she's won this year. I mean,
Yeah.
And she's really good at being fucking hateable.
yeah.
And
Is there a CEO in this world we actually like? I mean, it's kind of the point.
Touche.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I think there's arguments for everybody on this list, though. I mean, the Grande Americana thing, like having the multiples now and like just kind of like switching who's under the mask, midway through.
Yeah.
And Joe Hendry, I mean, him kind of breaking through and doing more, stuff, under the WWE banner, now a member of NXT. I kind of felt like 2024 was more of his breakout year. I guess this isn't necessarily breakout category. Uncle Howdy's always, interesting, just in general. Like you said,
feel like sorry, go ahead, Mike. I thought
Mercedes with the belts, Iguana, was just he was the hottest thing, at the time, and they don't feel like you said they don't feel like they capitalized on that. The Dirty Dom, man, Dirty Dom. I think I said it last episode was my current favorite wrestler.
Yeah, I feel Mercedes was a very close runner-up for me on this in terms of voting, but I think I voted for Dom just because, man, when he first turned heel, and even before that, when he was a babyface, I could not stand him, and not as a boo, I don't like you, as a get off my television.
Yeah.
And he has now become his own. Because I had this conversation with somebody at work the other day. They're like, I don't get Dom. He's just becoming off-brand Eddie Guerrero. And I'm like,
good.
Yeah, it's the whole point. Like, he's trying so hard to be Eddie Guerrero, but will never live up to it. And in his delusions of grandeur, he thinks he is Eddie Guerrero. And that's what makes him such a chicken shit heel. And it's amazing.
Which over time is going to put him in the caliber of Eddie Guerrero.
Exactly. It's just it all ties together.
So good. So without a shadow of a doubt, we're all in agreement for this one. The winner of this for this year is Dirty Mysterio. I didn't know you had drums. I will make sure to wait for the drums next time. But yeah, Dirty Dom is the
he put it in the private chat.
Daddy, well, see, I don't read private chat. You know what I mean? I'm busy. I'm busy fucking pod hosting.
What the hell is it there for?
I don't know. I guess
private.
Right. Yeah. To be fair, I just
Privacy.
Either way,
it's fine.
But yeah, gimmick of the year, Dominic Mysterio. which brings up our next one right here. Now, this one was a heavily.
Phil, hold on. Phil, you're always
Phil,
up there for gimmick of the year.
you're the president.
Honestly,
You can't win.
you know what we need? Phil, I'm gonna be there Thursday. Can we please do a submission hold Sunday? I'm begging you.
Oh,
I
fuck.
want to do one so bad.
Too. Hey, do you think you could tap out all three of us at the same time? I mean,
that'd
if
be
you could
cool.
get all three dads at once, you know what I mean? I don't think that's possible. I don't think Phil's that good at submissions.
Be worth a try.
Yep. Anyways, next category is for Indie Wrestler of the Year. Now, there's a lot of people on this list that almost aren't indie anymore. You know what I mean? But we're talking a whole year here. So we've got Effie, we've got Marcus Mathers, we've got Mr. Carson Drake, we've got Matt Cardona, Cruel, and our buddy Ace Austin. Let's talk a little bit about these guys here. So
I'll let you guys go first.
My opinion, it was down to two for me. I love all these guys, but when I look at people that have been all over the indies and have been doing challenging stuff, cool stuff where other people can't, I'm looking at Ace Austin and I'm looking at Marcus Mathers. I don't think Marcus Mathers is quite there yet. That's why he's WWE ID. And Ace Austin got signed to AEW this year for a very good reason. I know we're a little bit spoiled on Ace Austin. We see him all the time at Revolver. At this point, he's one of our buds. But I definitely got to vote Ace Austin this year, especially considering this time next year he will been with AEW all year, so we can't really call him the Indie Wrestler of the Year at that point. So I think that's where my vote goes. What say you, boys?
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I mean, Cardona being on the list, he always has to be a consideration just because he's fucking everywhere, dude. I mean, he popped up in the John Cena tournament, as Matt Cardona or as freaking
Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Wow. Still.
And I mean, just being involved with that is a huge feather in his cap. But again, Ace Austin, dude, he was. It was amazing that he hadn't been signed before he did this year. So he's just a big fish in a lot of small ponds.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the. I mean, Cardona. I mean, yeah, he's everywhere on the indies. He's doing everything. The fact that he came back as Zack Ryder was cool. I mean, just hearing just hearing that on my TV again was pretty awesome.
I definitely scream sung that shit.
I'll tell you one that probably isn't getting as much mention is Effie's had a good storyline going on, trying to get his GCW title back. So been doing a lot there. Mathers definitely athletic and talented as hell. He's right. He's getting there. But my vote's definitely got to be for Ace, just for the sheer amount of work he's put in on the indies, the great matches he's put on the indies this year, and then also that paying off and getting signed, I think, is why he's got my vote.
And I gotta say, before we announce the winner, we haven't talked about Cruel. Cruel is everywhere. I mean, he literally is on every single show, just like Carson Drake. I think Carson Drake would have had a better chance to win this for me had Carson Drake been a bit more technical in his wrestling, but because of his character, he doesn't have to show how good he is in a way. There are times where his character gets in the way of how good he is, I think, but I think he deserves a nomination by far. But I think we're all in agreement here. The winner of the Indie Wrestler of the Year is Ace Austin.
I absolutely.
I did
drum roll.
He again
drum roll.
did not do the drum roll.
No, you know what? I'm going to mentally focus. This next one, we're going to get a fucking drum roll, okay?
I'll say this for Carson Drake. Excuse me, sorry. I was trying to eat a cookie while the graphic was up. Um, Carson Drake,
Num 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 num.
dude, they are brown sugar Pop-Tart cookies.
Shut up.
Brother.
Eat the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. But anyway, Carson Drake, while he might not be the most technical or the most athletic, I think he is one of the best fundamental wrestlers today. Like if you watch his matches, he does all of the fundamentals of being a good wrestler so freaking good.
And what he has is that I guarantee if you go to a show and Carson Drake is there performing, you'll leave that show remembering Carson Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure. He definitely, we were trying to get him on the show forever. Last time we talked to him, he said, line my wallet, boys. Okay, well, fucking answer the phone, sir.
Right.
We'll line your fucking wallet. Come on the fucking show, for fuck's sake. What? For fuck's sake?
He's so good. He reminds me of like, it's like he studied Ric Flair and Roddy Piper and then took his own personality and made a little hybrid baby. And
With
that
like
is
the
Carson
wrestling
Drake.
skill of a fucking Dolph Ziggler or a badass Billy Gunn. He's got a fucking technicality underneath him. He's almost, like you said, he's almost cracked this like next generation of superstar. I guarantee at some point he'll be on WWE or AEW. It's just time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next one, which I'm gonna remember the drum roll for, is Breakout Star of the Year. Now this has a little caveats here because there are some people in here who've got a couple years under the WWE banner, AEW banner, but this is the year in which they really stepped out as a character, where they became a star, where they solidified their names. So if you have any questions on why we put someone on this list, that's why. And these are your nominees for Breakout Star of the Year: Stephanie Vaquer, Mr. Braun Breaker, Miss Lyra Valkyria, Oba Femi, Penta, and Tiffany Stratton. Let's talk about these nominees, boys.
Obafemi, without question. I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty into that as well. But there is one part of Oba Femi I can't get behind, and it's the fucking walk to the ring. I get it.
I love it. I love
I get
the
it's
walk to
supposed
the
to be
ring.
intimidating, but to me, it looks like he looks like he's doing a fucking dance Weird Al made. Want to walk forward?
No, I love it, dude.
Like it. I'm not. I don't know. I can't get behind it. I feel like it's silly. It's got a level of silly that I'm not.
I love Obafemi. I love
He's fantastic.
everything. The only thing I'm concerned about is that, and okay, let me start by saying this: is he actually from Africa, or is he doing is he like Kofi and he's doing an accent?
You know, I don't know. While we're talking, give me a second. I will look it up and see for sure.
Because if that's the case, I really.
Obafemi is a Nigerian-born professional wrestler, so he is 100%. He was born in
He's a real deal.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Well, I mean, Kofi's from Ghana, but I'm just, they did Kofi with he had the accent and everything, and then all of a sudden, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I think that was a little Vince kind of shit, though.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen because I love his character. I love everything about him.
You know what the craziest thing about him to me is? He was born in 1998.
Oh, Jesus.
The fuck? The fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, watching Obi Fema wrestle is an experience. That's all I can think to say.
Yeah. He's matching.
He's got the look. He's got the skill. Just oozes charisma.
Yeah.
Has a presence about him. And I'm not taking away from anybody else when I say it's no question. That's my pick. I think Stephanie Vaquer definitely has blown up over the last year and a half.
Yes.
Braun's definitely coming into his own.
I still feel like he's kind of like
Yes,
he's kind of the henchman still. He's not
Yes.
stepped to that next level to be breakout,
Yeah.
And I didn't really see anything out of Penta that I haven't seen before. Like he's wrestling singles matches, and I'm like,
Yeah.
not that I don't like it. It's not breakout for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tiffany broke out like 2 years ago. So,
yeah. So for the reason I put her on there was just the absolute dominant year she's been on, and has been exemplary every single time. And I'm right there with you. The only reason I think that Penta deserves a nod is because what he's done for the kids. Shows I've been to where he's been active this year, the children are freaking out, and it's very clear that they want to hitch their wagon to this guy for a while.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like he was a good nominee. But again, I agree with you guys big time. Go ahead and hit us with that drum roll, Mike.
And
your winner, the breakout star of the year, Obafemi.
Shocker.
It's almost like we knew the answer. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just he's fantastic, and I can't wait to see what else he can do. I hope they strap a rocket to him, man, because there's so many matches on the main roster that I want to see him be a part of. Like, man, I want so bad a Rumble spot with which he's going to be in the Rumble this year. He has to.
For sure.
I want a spot with like him and Gunther, or just him and
him and Brock.
him and Brock. Yeah. Have him eliminate Brock. I don't give a shit.
I think he should be Brock's final opponent at SummerSlam. That's what everyone's saying now, is that Brock's final match is at SummerSlam in Minneapolis this
What? It's gonna be Gunther. It's got to be Gunther.
I don't know, man. It'd be cool to see Obafemi do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was a moment that I think Brock had with Keith Lee in the ring at a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and then they did nothing with it.
Never paid off. Like I want to see that moment fleshed out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If what I'm reading is true, then I feel bad for Keith Lee. You know what I mean? But I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and the son, I don't even know if I told you guys this yet or not, but I mentioned that my daughter is going to go see Hamilton. So my son is getting something really cool in advance as well. And we're going to go see the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, me and my son, just me and him. So I'm pretty fucking excited about that. But you bet your ass I'm buying insurance for those tickets just in case it snows us in. Like our 4 friends that tried to attend the John Cena event last week. We're so sorry, guys. There's nothing we can do when it's an hour drive for all of us and it's 80 gazillion inches of snow and like one of the worst snowstorms we've had ever. So we have pushed that, and I've made my annual Royal Rumble party become that now. So we're gonna go fucking super ham with this party instead. So, but we'll tackle that on another day. Let's continue on with these fucking awards. The next one is what I hope Obafemi has as well. I've seen a few times Obafemi on the microphone, but I don't know that he's quite good enough to quite make this particular category next. And the next category is Promo Work of the Year. And our nominees are Braun Breaker, who has just started to bloom, Seth Rollins, the ever awesome John Cena, Killer Cross, CM Punk, and Hangman Adam Page. Let's talk about this, boys. And I want to say, just to start off, it was rough for me to find somebody of the caliber to hang with these people from AEW. Not that I'm trying to hate on AEW, but when it comes to just badass promos, there's MJF and there's Adam Page. And there's not, I mean, maybe Mark Briscoe could be up there. Maybe Eddie Kingston.
Brother, I'm going to tell you, well, Eddie just came back, so it's hard to put him in there. Honestly, though, dude, Tony Storm's promo game's been off the charts.
Yeah, she probably should have been in this.
That I would say, honestly, my runner-up for this was Adam Page. And I want to give him an award all on his own for the promo that he cut at Grand Slam, Mexico,
Yes.
when he cut a freaking 10-minute promo all in Spanish to start the show.
Huh.
Like, so freaking cool. Um, it was really neat to see, and I love his character growth, and his promos only get better.
Yeah.
But Tony Storm also, every promo she cuts pops me. So that would have been those would have been my picks from AEW for sure. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, man.
I know who my pick is though, because not all of his promo work has been in WWE. Some of it has just been on social media and in interviews. And that's freaking Killer Cross, dude. Dude is
Yeah.
a master. So that's my pick.
Yeah. I think, my opinion, I think I agree with you 100%. I've already been a fan of Killer Cross since I met him a gazillion years ago in Hamilton, Ohio. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of his, and the stories Tussle have told us about him as well
Hmm.
have endeared him in a way. So I'm just intrigued into things he does, and then he does what he did this year. I mean, look at his promo video he made with the millions of views that it got in 24 hours. You know what I mean? I really wish he was still in WWE, but I also am super excited to see him be in Revolver at some point. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He'll be back there before too long. I'm surprised it hasn't been announced already, to be honest with you. I think did they announce he's going to be at one? I might be incorrect. I don't know.
No.
I think
I think that they definitely want to make it happen. I think he's probably just they got to make it
Where it
the
all
right
fit.
venue. I feel like it's probably gonna be in Iowa
Boo! It should be
debut.
Dayton.
I agree it should be Dayton,
Should
but
be Dayton.
Iowa holds more people too.
yeah.
We can hold it in my backyard.
But
We can use we can use the trampoline.
Yes, we can.
the mainstays on this list, though, your Cena, your Rollins, your Punk, these guys all, always cut, really good promos.
Mhm.
But did they
Yeah.
do anything in this past year that was like memorable? I mean, Cena, you've seen his heel work, but I just wasn't a fan of that whole thing in general. So I couldn't get behind that. But I think you guys are right, though. I mean, in terms of just like most memorable and kind of like shocking promo work was, the stuff Cross was doing, especially with the social media stuff.
Well, with that being said, Mike, hit us with that drum roll, please. Your winner, the promo work of the year, Killer Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
I would like to say this. I would personally like to vote that we change this category to promo of the year next year and narrow it down to one.
Well, that's what it was, right? That's what it was the last 2 years. And I changed it to promo work of the year because it's so fucking hard to nominate in a single time where a single person spoke and find 5 of them that stand out. Trust me, I spent like 20 minutes on this category alone where I was like, well, what about when he spoke at this time here or he spoke at this
Yeah,
time?
that's fair.
Yeah. So I figured big body of work. I really struggled with this category. Otherwise, I would have. Maybe as this next year goes on, we could just, when we find instances, we'll go into
Yeah,
the.
we probably need to do that throughout the year. Just like make notes when we see something on TV, be like, ooh, that was really
Yeah.
good.
Even if we end up with 17 fucking nominees, we can whittle it down at the end of the year.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Joe.
But yeah. But that's the promo winner of the year. My next category is my fucking favorite category that we do every year because this is why I watch wrestling. It's the holy shit moment of the year. And the nominees this year are fucking it's been one of the craziest years ever. The first nominee is NXT versus TNA in general. The whole spectrum of it has been fucking awesome. John Cena turning heel, R-Truth cutting his hair and becoming Ron Killings. The women's blood and guts. If you look at Sky Blue there, who looks to be Sky Red.
Dude, that match. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. Adam Page finally beating John Moxley and ending that reign at All In, Texas. And then just recently, Cena gave up at Cena's last match. Let's talk about these holy shit moments, please. I can't get over John Cena.
Him going out with a smile, with a grin on his face, though.
I loved it.
I did too.
I'll tell you this. This was a hard one for me because there were a lot this year. I voted. My pick was the Cena heel turn, just because it was. Oh my God, are we really getting this right now?
Yeah.
After so many years. I almost didn't vote for it though because of the follow-up. But then I thought of it in a bubble and I'm like, no, it's the moment, not the run. It's just him turning heel was definitely the moment that I was like, what the like holy shit. The tap out was poetic for me. I
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. The little grin on his face. Always had the mantra never give up, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out on my terms. And you could just tell that. I mean, that smile was almost just like, man, I'm at peace now. You know what I mean? Like I feel good.
And that's
I
it.
hate that we had the heel run. I feel like that really soured the retirement tour, but they ended it on a good note.
Yep.
I feel like if there'd have been more consequence to the heel turn, it would have been my holy shit moment of the year by far, because that moment literally, it was just like, did that just fucking happen? Like, what are we serious right now? And that's what I really loved about it. But with it not paying off, I think my moment of the year for sure. I wanted to vote. I wanted to vote for. I'm blanking. I wanted to vote for the tap out myself, but when I really sat down and we talked about it, because we all voted for different things, I think NXT versus TNA is generational. And it was done almost correctly. I feel like there should have been a little bit more give and take. But I think without a doubt, that's where my vote goes, though. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but I still think it was the coolest thing we got this whole year. With that being said, Mike, hit him with that doohickey. And what over here? NXT and TNA. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get into the big awards, I guess you would say, the ones that are also the most important.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I have to give a shout out to the women's blood and guts match, because while it was not my holy shit moment of the year, that is it was a very historic moment that happened this year.
Yeah.
And we've never really seen anything like that on that scale.
Not with no women.
And they killed it. So I just want to give them their props.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely that match deserves some props. So this next category is one of the big ones of the year. It is the tag team of the year. Yep. We have the Young Bucks, the Wyatt Six, Motor City Machine Guns, Dark State, the Hardy Boys, and the New Day. Which, by the way, I just want to point out in that photo, they're holding Ninja Turtles in that New Day photo.
Love that.
Grayson Waller is not in the photo.
Yeah, that's he is a part of the New Day now. So
it's so tragic.
It really is weird.
How can we make this worse? I know.
Can I say this about the Bucks? Obviously not tag team of the year, but the work that has been put in over this year of making, like, they lost their EVP status, and just all the little subtleties, them not getting the right names, the right music, like all that's. It's just been so fun to
Yeah.
watch. So that's my little shout out there.
They really, I
Tag
mean, they,
team wrestling was definitely meh for me
yeah,
this year.
yeah. I say that Long Bucks or that Young Bucks storyline was definitely a nice long play.
Yeah, I
The
loved it.
long bucks. To find out who the long bucks are.
But that honestly, I'd like to give an honorable mention to Brody King and Bandito. They had a run as the AEW tag champs, and they were really fun to watch.
I like anything Brody King does.
I mean, I wouldn't call them a tag team of the year, but I enjoyed watching them on TV.
I almost put Alexa and Charlotte on here. I don't think they were tag team of the year, but they were entertaining. I like not best friends. I don't know. It was good. It worked. Had the chemistry.
That storyline can be fun. Kind of your Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I don't know,
I think overall though, it's got to be the Hardys, just for the mere fact of they're how old now, they're staying this relevant, they're TNA tag champs, and they're wrestling on TNA, NXT, Indies. I mean, I've seen them wrestle for West Side Guns promotion on Fourth Rope. You know what I mean? Like, just unreal run.
and NXT tag team championships.
Yes,
at the same time.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
And I know we're a bit biased because we're friends with Jeff now, but it's man, without a doubt, it's the Hardys' year. Multiple champs. They've won championships everywhere. They're 40 plus years old. They're going all over the place doing podcasts and interviews and what do you call it? Matches and signings, and they nonstop everywhere, and they're killing it everywhere they go.
Yeah.
I think we should already hit him with that drum roll there, Mike. And you're what up? Back into the air. The Hardy Boys.
Still
Felt like an old time radio host. The Hardy Boys up now with their next mystery. Now our next one, Justin, are you in the comments?
He's in the comments.
Is he here in the comments? Okay, good. Because the next one, we didn't tell Justin this at all whatsoever. But the next category is the nominations for Dad of the Year. Now, this particular category, you don't necessarily have to be a record-breaking father or anything of that matter. You really just have to be one of our bros, somebody we really like. So, nominee-wise, as always, Dan the Dad. Chef Daddy is in there, and if you don't know who she is, check out Hell's Kitchen on Hulu and tune in January, and you can check out our interview with her. Mr. Dick Van Dyke, who just turned 100 years old. He's got 4 children. Adam Sandler, he's a great father as well. Our boy Justin Deming, who you can catch almost weekly in the comments. And Christian. Boys, let's talk about these fellers here. Wow.
Brother, I don't really know that there's anything to talk about, because if there's one thing that happened this year, it was having this man on as a guest and then becoming really good friends with him throughout the year and having, a pseudo fourth dad that is always, in our lives whenever we're doing a show. And even when we're not doing a show.
Down a podcast. Always DTP.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think there's definitely some really good contenders in here for sure. I mean, you look at Dan the Dad, he's been on the category every single year. Chef Daddy, I mean, she's not quite a Dad of the Year, but she's on the list anyways. We make this fucking list. If you don't like it, kick our ass. Dick Van Dyke, being 100 years old, just deserves to be on the nominee for any reason at all whatsoever. And Mike was the person who came up with Adam Sandler. What was it that you say he brought his daughters into a movie?
He had like his whole family in Happy Gilmore too, man. I mean, yeah, they all got a paycheck out of it too. Like,
gee, thanks.
dope as hell, and it was a great movie. So,
And then Christian is a dad, but I don't know that he's a good dad. So without a shadow of a doubt, play that drum roll, please. And your winner, Justin Devitt.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, brother.
You're Dad of the Year. You're an award winner. If you want, we'll send you the graphics so you can tell everyone that you are the king. Anyways, this next particular category, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 categories left. This next category is Men's Wrestler of the Year. This is the number 1 Men's Wrestler of the Year. We got Hangman Adam Page, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Unseen 17 John Cena, Mr. Yeet himself, Jey Uso, the Ring General, I about said Ring General Swerve Strickland, the Ring General Gunther, and Swerve Strickland. Boys, let's talk about these guys in their year.
Man, there's an argument for everybody on here.
Yeah.
Like,
Swerve, I'll tell you this. That guy is still one of my favorites, if not my favorite wrestler going right now. And he continues to somehow get better, which is crazy. And also, like, I don't know if you see, every time he's on TV now, it's like, did you like bulk up more? Like, he's just becoming a freaking action hero. Like, it's crazy. And then you got freaking Hangman, who is just having an amazing run. Well, had an amazing run, which was ended by Sir Samoa Joe, which was pretty awesome. But then you got the retirement tour, man. The GOAT, freaking John Cena.
Yeah.
And while I didn't enjoy everything that he did this year, this was it. You know, this was the last time we got to see John Cena wrestle in a ring was this year, 2025.
His interactions with Dirty Dom, his interactions with anyone he got in the ring with, there were so many that are like memorable. You know what I mean? That it's like, oh, fuck, the last year when he was in the Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I was there live. I got to see John Cena's last Rumble. You know what I mean? It was definitely his year, if you ask me, when it comes to this. I feel like there's not many people that can hang quite there. And Cody was champion for most of the year, so was Gunther. Jey Uso had a long championship as well. I can't see myself voting for anybody but John Cena. What say you, Mike?
yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the heel turn stuff, you know, even in there, it's like, I feel like they got a little bit of everything in this last, you know, retirement tour run. Even the heel turn, it's like, well, you know, it was short lived. It wasn't good, but it was in there. And then, you know, you got a little taste of like all of his old foes, some of the new guys. I mean, yeah, it's they put a nice little bow on it on Saturday night, and yeah, I think there's really no other way to go but with Cena.
Well, in that case, go ahead
Drum roll, please.
going up, the male wrestler of the year, Jonathan Felix Anthony Cena. I like that voice. I feel like I wish I could just like, hello, welcome to the Dad World Order.
Welcome.
We could old timey voice an episode. That'd be fun.
I'd like to do what you were actually old too. Hello, how are you doing there? You know, something fucking ridiculous. The next category.
Maybe the OWD, old wrinkly dads.
The next category is for women's female wrestler of the year, whatever you want to say. Mercedes Moné, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and Toni Storm. I can without a doubt tell you that Eric's vote was Toni Storm.
1000%.
And there's a compelling argument, like I said, for her to even be in just plain old best wrestler of the year too. So.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta once again, you gotta give props to Mercedes because not only did she wrestle for AEW, but she wrestled for quite a few independent promotions, winning belts
Yeah.
all over the world. So work rate wise, props to her.
Yeah, she's worked her ass off this year.
She's trying to earn herself back. She noticed that people really started to be like, you know what? We're actually tired of you. And she's like, oh, actually, badass. So I'm right there with you. I very happily put her in the count for that for sure this year. As much as she fucking drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
I
kind
can't.
of
But
kind of her gimmick.
Well,
I just feel like out of all the women, that stand out, I feel like Stephanie Vaquer just really has kind of like elevated herself to to a whole nother level in this last year.
but she's basically learned English in the last year. She barely knew anything a year ago.
Yeah.
That's
Now
amazing.
she's women's world heavyweight champion. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And a lot of people are against it. Peter Rosenberg said something I really liked about it. He's like, you know what? People talk about, oh, she's too quick. Oh, she's too. Why? Why does someone have to be in a federation or a whatever you call it for 4 years before they get a title? Why
Wow.
can't they just jettison?
They can do the job and they can, let them do it.
That's
move
one
on.
of my favorite quotes that SRS ever said. It was on a regular podcast. Uh, this was a couple years ago now, but he just said like sometimes good wrestlers beat other good wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like when there's somebody beats somebody and they're like, "Oh, why?" Whatever. Sometimes they do. Like if you want a sense of realism to this, just because you're like, "Oh, this person needs a long run with the title." Okay, well, what happens if, you know, Swerve and Hangman wrestle 5 times in a month? They're gonna trade off what every other time, probably. You know what I mean? Like it's what because Hangman's the champion, he has to win all 5. Like it doesn't, or Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wrestle 5 times in a month. That Kevin has to win all 5. Like no, they're gonna trade off,
Otherwise, it
and
becomes
sometimes
stale.
somebody's gonna be really good and come in and be like, "Hey, by the way, I'm awesome. I'm gonna win this right now."
Yeah, I like it. That's like when people hated when Sheamus won, when people
Yeah.
hated when Jinder Mahal won. You know what I mean? I think surprise title wins out of nowhere when you don't expect it are great. I remember I didn't watch wrestling for like 2 weeks when fucking Sheamus won, and I remember coming back to wrestling. Wait the fucking minute. He won the fuck like what? Like holy shit. I remember having to I couldn't believe he had beat John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Mike, hit him with the drum roll, please. And your winner for women, Stephanie Vaquer. Only 2 more categories, guys. And this next one's a big one. This one is for match of the year. It took me forever to determine what I wanted to put in this. But I think the Hollywood ending with Tony Storm versus Mariah May is worthy. I think that
Yes.
All In Texas, Moxley versus Adam Page is worthy. I think John Cena versus the Ring General at Saturday night's main event was worthy. I think the triple threat between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair was worthy. I think the title match where they brought the winged eagle in for the ladder match, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes, was more than worthy, as well as Crown Jewel John Cena versus AJ Styles. What a classic match that was. Boys, let's talk about this.
Oh
It
man.
was tough.
I
Yeah,
can
I
give you
mean,
my 1 and 2.
that's so good.
What'd you say?
I can give you my 1 and 2.
Go for it.
1 is gonna be Mox and Hangman, just because talk about pushing the limits. Those guys absolutely killed it and almost killed each other. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just a great match. I loved everything about it. But my two would have to be the women's triple threat of WrestleMania.
It was
I
so
s-
good.
I still remember being like, this is the best match on the card. Like what? Like hands down, it was so freaking good.
Wasn't it the opener Saturday too? Was
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
very first match in all of
yeah,
WrestleMania? And
They set the bar so high right off rip.
yes.
I think it almost got my number one vote. My number one vote, though, is John Cena versus Gunther. I think when you talk about a storyline, Cena had to lose. When you talk about the technicality of a match, the match was perfect. When you talk about the flow of a match, the match flowed together perfectly. I think it might hands down be match of the year. It might be top 3 of John Cena's matches ever. I really enjoyed
I
it.
think just with all the other story and everything involved in it, and just like you said, all the variables that they seem to just hit perfectly on. It was the rhythm was all there, the storytelling was all there, the technicality was all there. They had the surprise factor. Boom, Bob's your uncle. Perfect match.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, drum roll, please. And your winner for match of the year is Gunther. I still find it very crazy that we decided that was going to be the match of the year, and it just happened literally 3 days ago.
Mm.
I didn't want to say that it was freshness bias. I really didn't, because
I call it recency bias, but yeah.
whatever, bias, whatever the fuck it is.
I'm with you. The story made it
Yes.
amazing. I don't know. I just think I gotta have a little more wrestling for my match of the year. You know what I mean? But that's my opinion.
Sure, but that's why we vote and discuss these things first,
Exactly.
But with that being said, we still, it's hard to topple that. And people that hated Cena losing, I get it, man. Sting winning, I mean, I think hurt a lot of people in the fact that they expect their heroes to win and go out now. And Sting it worked great for Sting, but it could also win on it on his back as well. I feel like, look at Goldberg, look at Undertaker, look at Austin. Every one of them. Well, I guess Austin doesn't count now because his last match, he beat the shit out of Vince McMahon and
Yeah.
Kevin Owens. But until then, it was being beat. You know what I mean? When you go out on your back. And that's what John Cena wanted to do. He talked about that several times before.
Old school.
Old school, yeah. I think that's it. It's got to be Cena versus Luther. With that being said, we're on our last episode. We are on our last episode of the year, but we're on our last category of the night, and that is episode of the year. Now, this was tough to narrow down for us guys because we've had a lot of really cool episodes. And when you look at this, it's just like, damn, that's a crazy year we had. We had America's Got Talent finalist Ryan Niemiller. We had Big Dave on twice this year, by the way. He was on in February and in July for Big Dave's show on B105 here in Cincinnati. We had Mullet Review on, who is growing exponentially. He is at 100,000 plus followers on Facebook, which blows us out of the water. So he's out there killing it. The homie Richie Swan, he's actually became a friend of mine this year, which is pretty cool. He gave us a hell of an episode too. The late Jonathan Joss, who sadly, a little over a week after our show, passed away. So not only did he give us a really cool episode in one of the last moments of his life, we were able to celebrate the man for the couple weeks after. And then I know that kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin there, but that's Gregory Iron. He gave us a hell of an episode as well. And this was a tough one for us to decide. Guys, what do you want to say about these guys?
I think that Jonathan Joss one will always hold a special place in our hearts.
Yeah,
just with
sure.
everything surrounding it, and just how cool it was just to have that voice on here, and hear his story and get to know the man behind the voice, and then kind of his untimely demise shortly thereafter. It was something I think that it just kind of cemented that time into our brains.
What a surreal moment in our lives. I'll never
Yeah.
forget the goosebumps I had typing the text to you in our group chat and you guys just replying like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no
Yeah.
fucking way. Like, I still so surreal. I can't believe it actually happened that way. But
I'm forever thankful for that one. That was
Yeah.
something that nobody can ever take from me. I got to have that conversation. It was, an hour and some minutes, and uh, not many people got to do that with him. So thought
Yep.
that was really cool. Um, I'll tell you two of the most fun episodes I had this year was probably Ryan D. Miller and Gregory Iron.
Yeah, for sure.
And on like it was a toss up for me between those two because I could have talked to those guys forever.
Yeah. I want
I
to
would
have a
say
They were so fun.
Big Dave, man. I mean, our conversation with Big Dave just went
Yeah,
on and on and on because they were so just fun. The stories you guys got, and
yeah,
just it was easy to get carried away and go on. I think 2+ hours with Dave. But with Ryan, man, I don't think I ever laughed so much on an
yeah.
episode.
Yeah. And by the way, just throwing this out there, if you go back and watch any of these episodes, please don't make fun of us for our terrible predictions for the Bengals season.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Because we were all predicting 10
Oh,
plus wins,
it's because we're true Bengals fans. That's why.
and we did not even get to 5 wins.
oh, it was so bad.
It's been a rough
Yikes.
year. But on the positive note, I am almost certain, without a doubt, I will finally get off the waiting list and get my season tickets next year because quite a lot of people have left their season tickets behind. So there's got to at least be some available.
It's an open seats
Yeah.
on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Um, you know
Signed.
what, Justin? That is true. You were a two-time guest this year. You were also Dad of the Year. So how
Yeah.
about that?
Hey, what about that? That's pretty fucking cool. We've only given the Dad of the Year award 3 times. So, and one was Juwan from what was Juwan's last name? I can't remember his last name.
I don't remember.
He was on our show last year.
And
And
the
then
worst memory. Why would you put me on the spot like that?
Yeah.
who won the first year? Oh shit.
I revert back to my original statement. Terrible memory, sir.
With that being said, we also need to touch on the dWo Fantasy League. It is in its Super Bowl now, and the Super Bowl will not have a three-peat champion. Mr. Magnificent lost in the playoffs this week, and it will be between Big Rig and Lou Nasty of Walmart. We love wrestling, so hopefully Big Rig wins it, so somebody doesn't come in from the outside and win the dWo championship from out from underneath us.
I'm going
So,
to be honest. His team scares me a little bit, but
and
you never know.
he's got a good team.
I want
The scoring in our league is just like whatever happens, happens. I can't plan for this game. I mean, one of my best players all year has been Cavante Turpin, and he gets like 2 catches a game, but because he's a kick returner and our scoring's so crazy, he gets like 43 points a game. It's crazy. So, yeah. Anyway,
no comment.
Boys, we do not fucking come back until the 13th. That feels both fun and also kind of like, oh.
I mean, Christmas is
Hey.
only like a week away, guys. So I mean, there's a lot going on between now and then. So
Jay, I'm gonna try, dude. I
Yep.
really am.
we're rooting him on.
Are we doing the 2-week championship this
Yep.
year? Or-
Yep, it's always 2 weeks.
Why?
That's the normal rule of all
Yeah.
fantasy football, guy. Every fantasy football, if you go start one with all the base rules and change nothing, it's 2 weeks of playoffs.
No. The championship game being 2 separate weeks.
Yes, that is the base.
Never done that in my life, but
I
other than our league.
I promise you, that's the base. That's what it starts at. It starts you out as 2 weeks of the Super Bowl. That is the what do you call it? I didn't change that.
The default setting.
That's the default setting.
That's
All the other
crazy.
shit I changed, but either way, whoop his ass 2 weeks. It's all up to you.
I'll do my best.
Otherwise, that makes you a 2-time Super Bowl loser.
I'll tell you who's been really awesome coming in for me is Mr. Jacoby Brissett down in Arizona.
No shit,
Slinging that rock.
I don't even want to talk about my record 4-9. I am the Bengals of our league.
You had a rough year.
I had a very rough. I was 0 and fucking like I was like 0 and 9 or some shit for a minute. Like I was insane. Like it was insane. I lost a lot. Fucking ridiculous. Boys,
we need an IR spot on the roster. You know what? That's probably not a bad idea. Every other league I'm in has an IR spot.
Yeah.
We'll see though. You know,
talk to the commissioner.
Talk to the commish.
We'll see. Old Stan that lost this week too, so you know.
Old Stan was in the lead for like the whole year.
Yeah.
And I beat him to make him no longer undefeated and knocked him out of the playoffs. So suck it, Stan.
Damn, dude. And Stan saved you that one time from that boat accident.
I know it.
It's fucked up.
Damn. Good thing, too bad Luna doesn't watch the show. He can't be on here talking shit about beating me.
He does every once in a while. He does, because I've seen him pop in the comments here and there. That's cool.
Well, Luna, if you're watching, get ready. A hurricane's coming.
Damn, you leave Stan alone. And first off, Caitlin, my fucking hair is great. Okay? I don't know where the fuck you think my hair is not great. I look like fucking Kid Rock when he was still trying to rap.
You know what? In the words of Delightful Derek, suck my fat one, okay?
Bro, I can't wait for Christmas for fucking Stranger Things.
I can't. I'm so excited. What a character. Greatest line in the first 4 episodes or 5, whatever it was it smells like shit in here. Yeah, it's probably because all my farts. I thought that was the funniest fucking thing I heard the entire time. I loved it.
All right, boys. Let's wrap this shit up. And for those listening in, man, make sure you're liking and sharing, subscribing, and whatnot. We won't be back till January of next year, but we've got a lot in store for you. We got content ideas. Things are going to be as aggressive as possible come January 13th. So we'll see you then, boys. You guys got anything else before we wrap this shit up?
No, I'm cool, man. Holiday season is upon us. Everybody enjoy your holidays with your families, friends, whoever you celebrate with. Be safe. Have a happy new year if you're traveling, especially be safe. I know we will be traveling after Christmas and before New Year's, so yeah, it's going to be a whirlwind for sure. If anybody's going to be in Dayton on Thursday, I'll see you there. And if not, we'll see you on January 13th.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't be a Grinch. Merry Christmas, cheer. And
absolutely.
Speaking of cheers, Stone Cold cheers. Indeed.
Absolutely.
What?
Well,
one beer.
You know what? 2 beer. As always, we have been the dWo podcast. I am Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Barton. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas. And you can check us out on all the socials at dWo_podcast, Facebook at the dWo podcast, TikTok at dWo_pod. Get that dad merch at Pro Wrestling Tees, TeePublic, or message us directly. Boys, that's it. This has been the 3rd annual Daddies. Can't wait to do it for a 4th year next year. This year, I see if you've said it. We got a feeling it's going to be cool. We're trying to come up with all kind of cool ideas for content, for guests. A lot more Because I Said So episodes coming up. Fathers on the Fringe. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a year for the dads. We can't wait. So yeah, be nice, check for lice. Till next time, top dads.
That's cool.